I'm not sure why you need all this attention from old dad here. I guess maybe your moms didn't pick you up and hold you enough when you was a baby. But I got more big brain comments to talk about here. We've got these kinds of things all over, and child labor and So, yeah, this piece of the video is kind of stupid. We both know cities in the U.S. look nothing like this. It's not even close. And they're all over the place in China. But at any rate, you can search far and wide. You're not going to find it here. But hey, let's compare and contrast another piece of important infrastructure. I've heard all my life how awesome public transit in New York City is. And compared to the rest of the country, that's absolutely true. What's it really look like, though?
Governor Hochul says an additional 750 officers will be stationed on platforms, and 300 more will be added to overnight trains from 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. for the next 6 months. The $77 million cost will come from the state's budget.
$77 million? And that's added on to what they're already spending? And the National Guard's down there too? Hey, you gotta be spending well over $100 million for this.
System will likely occur overnight, and adding more police presence will help track where they're committed.
The MTA will be installing even more barriers in 100 additional stations. Also, bright LED lighting in every station by the end of the year. And the shameless toll evaders, ferry evaders, will finally be stopped with modernized gates.
Oh, you gonna get some lights down there? Some gates and some spikes too?
Frustrated commuters spent over an hour stuck on their trains due to a lack of power. Naveen Dhaliwal has more.
A commuter mess Thursday evening.
It's terrible, honestly.
That's after the A, B, C, and D trains came to a halt in the middle of rush hour.
Shoot it. Shoot the train. Get one of the fucking million cops you've got down there to shoot the goddamn train. That'll fix it. So that's New York. New York City. The famed New York City public transit. Well, out in New York, you ain't need a car. It's so good out there, the transit. Let's see how they do it in China. They're doing it wrong. There were no spikes on that gate back there. I didn't see it. Looks like they've already got lights. We're going to get them in New York City. They're doing it wrong again. I mean, where's the $100 million worth of cops and National Guardsmen? I don't understand. How are they operating this train that moves people from point A to point B without well over $100 million worth of men with guns?
You walk into the building.
Well, I guess all that's left is the child labor claim you made.
I was just like,
how we don't do that here.
that's a kid.
That's a kid.
NBC News discovered that the hiring of children as young as 14 to work in slaughterhouses was pervasive, an ongoing practice happening in plain sight in towns across the country. One of those kids was working here in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. Duvon Perez was working the night shift at Marjack Poultry in July when he was killed after getting sucked into equipment that accidentally turned on. He was 16 years old.
Investigating the death of a 16-year-old boy after he was injured.
Wait, play that again.
After he was injured.
Right. He died after he was injured while working there. He must have just stubbed his toe and then later died. You can't tell that she knows which side her bread's buttered on now, can you?
At a northern Wisconsin sawmill. The Florence County Sheriff's Office says the teen died following an industrial accident.
The Tennessee contractor faces a hefty fine after a federal investigation found the company guilty of violating child labor laws following the death of a teenager.
I don't know where you're coming from on any of the things you've said at all. I could keep doing this all day with kids who've been killed here in the last few years. I don't even have to go back in time at all. It's happening right now, live. And it's going to happen a lot more. We're in the new Gilded Age, son.